going on YouTube? Dirty Bird Nation, TTC. It's your boy, the one and only Intergalactic Brew. And before I get into what I'm going to talk about, I want to address something. I've been getting a lot of criticism and a lot of feedback about my videos being too long, and I just want to take this time to apologize to all those who have wanted to look at my videos but couldn't look at them completely because I talked a little bit too long and ran my videos over. But from this day forward, I promise you, I'm going to make it a very, very big demand to shorten my videos so I can hear y'all's comments and whatever you have to say. And it's going to start now with this video because I really want y'all's feedback. I really want to hear from the Dirty Bird Nation here on YouTube. So I'm going to make it a valiant demand to keep these videos as short as I can. It is going to start right now. So of course I'm here doing my second part of my Falcons Giants preview. I said in my previous video, the last video, that I was just going to strictly address the fans. And I've been seeing a lot of my other fellow Falcons fans videos like Sports Live and ATL. I was watching his video the other day. And there's been some particular Giants fan on here. I think his name is Cop Pizzle. I think that's how you pronounce it. He's been on here talking a lot of big boy trash, and a lot of other people have too, about we're gonna be one and done again, and how our defensive line is not gonna be able to get pressure on Eli, and how Victor Cruz and Hakeem Nicks are just gonna completely just smoke our secondary. Let me let y'all know something right now, okay? First off, yeah, the Giants, they've looked good in the past maybe 2 or 3 games towards the end of the season, but don't fool yourself. Please don't be that delusional and think that this is how they've been playing most of the time, because I can go back 2 or 3 games in the middle of the season where they just completely stunk up the joint. Now that doesn't necessarily say that I don't like the Giants, because I do. I respect them. I do. And I kind of like them too, a little bit. They're not, my favorite team, of course, but I mean, I like them out of respect and admiration for what they have done, But yeah, I mean, y'all have looked hot the last 2 or 3 games, coming down the end of the season, but towards the middle of the season, like this, once the second half of the season started, y'all looked horrible. I mean, Philadelphia completely embarrassed y'all. Seattle completely embarrassed y'all. I mean, I'll say the Green Bay game, that was a good effort. I'll give y'all that. Y'all came close to giving them their first loss. So that's why I said, out of admiration and respect, I like y'all. But that New Orleans Saints game, I don't know what the hell went wrong there. Y'all had so many opportunities to win that game, especially Eli Manning. He had so many opportunities to put that game away, but just didn't. So while y'all are over here talking about Matt Ryan and our offense, y'all really need to take a look at yourselves first before y'all say anything about anybody. Okay? Then, on top of that, I hear a lot of people talking about, the Falcons defense doesn't impress me, and all this other stuff. And I'm like, okay, what defense hasn't looked impressive? Seriously. Green Bay's defense hasn't looked impressive this season. Yeah, they've won games, but I mean, they haven't looked that impressive doing it. It was ugly. The Saints defense hasn't looked that impressive, but they've still won games. I could say the same thing about the Pittsburgh Steelers a couple of weeks ago on Monday Night Football, when they got beat by the 49ers. Their defense didn't look all that impressive. So I mean, really, nobody's defense hasn't looked dominant this season. I mean, everybody's struggled. So I don't understand what y'all are coming on here and talking about, you know, somebody defense hasn't looked impressive and stuff, okay? But this is what I want to say to the fans, okay? Bottom line is, when Atlanta flies into the Meadowlands Sunday, it's going down, okay? Now, I'm not going to sit up here and let my ego get the best of me and say that we're just going to run over y'all, because that's not going to be the case. It's going to be a knockdown, drag-out affair. It's going to come right down to the last bit of the fourth quarter. And, both teams, I believe, are going to go all out. But I just feel that my team has the edge. I feel like our running game is better. I think that our defense is just as good as y'all's is, if not better. Our secondary, they can match up with y'all's secondary. Because like I said, y'all's secondary has given up a lot of big plays this season. Particularly in the Philadelphia game. Y'all gave up so many, deep passes, and, y'all had blown coverages all over the place. I mean, so if y'all want to get on our secondary talking about how much, we've given up, I can say the same thing about the Giants secondary too. Not saying they're not a good one, but, they don't think that, just because they've won the last few games here that they're just this unstoppable secondary. So, but yeah, but I think that our running game is better. I think our like I said, I think our defensive line is just as good as y'all's is. And I think our secondary is just as good as y'all's is. So, now the quarterback situation, that might be the only difference. Now, surely Matt Ryan is going to have to let it all hang out. He's going to have to go balls to the wall. I mean, he's going to have to go extremely, extremely hard here. Because not only is he playing one of the better Super Bowl teams in the NFL, but he's also playing one of the better quarterbacks in the NFL. I know a lot of people may not agree with that, but, I mean, if you're a quarterback and won the Super Bowl, then basically you're an elite quarterback. So basically, we're playing against an elite quarterback in his own stadium. So yes, Matt Ryan will have to step up. Yes, big time. Matt Ryan's going to have the game of his career. Like, seriously. I know he's been searching to have that game, the game of his career, but he's going to have the game of his career. No doubt about it. Now as far as receiving cores go, I could probably say our receiving core matches up well with New York's, because I mean, we got Roddy White, Julio Jones, Tony Gonzalez, Harry Douglas, and really all New York has is really 3 compared to, let's see, our 5. Y'all got, I mean, like I said in the first video, I'm not really worried about Hakeem Nicks. I'm not worried about him. The only guy that I'm really worried about is Victor Cruz. That's the guy that we got to keep an eye on. I mean, yeah, somebody's got to cover Hakeem too. But Victor Cruz is going to be the one to have the biggest eye on, because he's the one that can smoke you, especially in the open field. Because I know New York sometimes likes to go deep, like they like to go across the middle, they like to throw underneath a little bit too, so they have a well-rounded passing game. So, we're just going to have to either play man coverage or cover 2 or whatever we got to do, to negate those deep throws and those throws over the middle from Eli. And our defensive line, they're going to have to get pressure from up the middle. Because, like I said in the previous video, Eli, is a smart guy. He can anticipate when pressure is coming from the edge with the pass rush. So, if we're going to get Eli on the ground, we got to do it from up the middle. So, Pereira Jerry and Corey Peters and Babineau, you know, and Lofton and Bierman and all of those guys, they're gonna have to bring it. Because if we can't if we can't get Eli on the ground from either getting pressure up the middle or from the inside, period, then we're gonna be in some serious trouble in this game. So I'm just letting y'all know. But overall, this is gonna be a good game, though. I like this matchup. I mean, this matchup, you know, more so intrigues me than makes me nervous or anything like that. You know. But I like this matchup with the New York Giants. I think this favors us fairly well. You know, I think this plays right into our hands because, like I said, both of us are evenly matched, and you know, I could see this going straight down to the wire. But I do believe that my team will win because, like I said, I believe our running game is better than New York's. And I'm not taking anything away from New York's running backs. They have got some stellar running backs. Ahmad Bradshaw, Brandon Jacobs, DJ Ware, you know, they're just, you know, just mammoth guys that could just, you know, bust you up. You know, if you don't gang tackle these guys, or if, you know, you don't stop them before they get ahead of steam. Like, they will bash you all day long. So trust me, I know about your running backs. I know about your running backs. But at the same time, as sure as I respect y'all sure as hell better look out for our running backs as well. Cause y'all saw what Michael Turner can do. Y'all saw what Jason Snelling can do. Y'all felt that back in 09. And now we got an even more lethal weapon in Jacquizz Rodgers. So y'all sure as hell better look out for our running back group, cause we know what y'all's can do, but y'all ain't even begun to see what ours can do. So I'm just letting y'all know. But so all of these Giants fans on here talking about that, you know, Atlanta doesn't impress them and all this other stuff. Well, I could say the same thing for y'all. I mean, y'all have won games, sure, but New York hasn't looked all that good either. You know, so I feel like both of us are in the same boat, tell you the truth. So I feel like none of us ain't got no reason to talk, really, from either side. So the thing that I suggest the Giants fans that are saying all this stuff should do is just shut up and tune in Sunday at 1 o'clock. That's what I say. You know, because both teams have no room to talk. Because both of us, you know, have the same type of struggles, and then again the same type of strengths, you know, right there with each other. So y'all need to cut all that stuff out, talking about impressing and all this other crap. But yeah, but for the most part, I'm looking forward to it. Like I said, y'all got the best of us in 2009. You know, y'all won in overtime. But it's gonna be a different story. I believe, you know, we've learned from that. We're a better team than that, and you know, y'all gonna see a lot of Michael Turner. Believe that. Y'all gonna see a lot of Michael Turner, and the ending this time is gonna be a little bit different. So anyway, that's gonna do it for me. Y'all Giants fans, you know, y'all get at me. Say whatever you want. But just make sure, you know what you're talking about when you say it. Because if you don't, I am going to get you. Trust me, I am going to get you. But yeah, man, that's going to do it for me. I'll probably come on here maybe tomorrow or Friday and do my final video for this game. But yeah, let's rise up, DBN, Dirty Birds. Let's go down there and handle our business. Be focused, be determined, you know, have desire, and go on and get this first playoff win, man. But anyway, I'll holler at y'all. Peace.